Going to San Diego. I booked it last night. It was such a spur of the moment. I'm leaving the 13th. One way. Haven't booked the return yet.
Step off the train, I'm walking down the street again, past your door, guess you don't live there anymore.
Going to San Diego, and it happens though that, of course, when I'm there, my parents are actually going to be gone like 3 of the days. Greg from our team, he's actually going to be out in San Diego at the same time. He's there for the next month actually. He's just working remotely. Greg and I grew up together, so he'll be back in San Diego, so it's nice. We'll actually get to see each other. And then also our coach lives in San Diego. She travels all over the place, but lives in San Diego. That's actually where we initially met, and her travel schedule lines up that she's actually gonna be there while I'm there too. So it'll actually be cool. We get to meet up with her, meet up with Greg, meet up with family. So I'm excited for that. Just get into a different work environment. Still gonna be working. It's not a vacation, this one. It's just a remote work. Nice thing about what we do is we can work anywhere. Mike will steer the ship while I'm gone and make sure everything is good. This is me. So we started I'll give you a taste of it. I'm helping start in the background. It's not taking up. Obviously my priority is Jakt, right? But I'm helping someone with starting another company. I'm investing in it. Taking more a hands-on approach, something I've talked about a little bit, but I don't like to I'm not a passive person. I'm putting in and kind of helping navigate, but not being the day-to-day operator behind this new media company, and I think it's gonna go really well. The reason why I want to start all these other companies is really to actually feed back into what I'm doing at Jakt and other places, because I get to try, with a media company, I get to try different marketing tactics and different strategies, different monetization strategies that I don't get to try every single day with Jakt, just because it's a new industry, it's doing something different, right? So it's just another piece of information that I'm gathering to then apply somewhere else, which is cool. So that's what I'm checking in on, and that's what I checked in on yesterday. I'm very, unlike most people, I would say. It's like, oh, I have some money, let's like invest it and try and make a few percent and like save up, right? You don't get a lot of money that way. It's very slow. I'm very not like that. So I would rather build businesses. So that's what, like when you think about Elon Musk, right? Some people would think, and he's playing on a different level, right? But he had 200 million, right? Was his before he started all his companies, his new ones, right? 200 million. Most people would think, let me just fucking chill. I'll go fucking do nothing and travel, right? Not even most people. People who have that money actually don't think that way. But anyways, he risked all of it. Literally, all his money, right? You know how much he's worth now? A couple years later? 13.5 billion dollars, right? He turned 200 million into 13.5 billion, right? That's the power of business. Here's an update for you. We decided to earmark funds to hire at least one person right now to help out, because I'm doing too much. So I think our first hire will probably be a marketing person. Second will be someone probably in sales. Hopefully it pays off, but you know, we don't know if it will or not. We're banking on it. But last year, for example, I spent $30,000 trying to hire a salesperson, bring them on, and there was zero ROI there. If anything, it was $30,000 was just the monetary. Then there was also all my time, whatever. So all in all, 40 grand probably that I lost. It's a gamble you have to take. You learn from it, you move it. So that's where you don't get tied to the money. You have to spend it. And I lost it, whatever. Mike and I were talking about, because we talk about money a lot with business. You have to keep an eye on it. But then it's like, what is your relationship to money? And people in general, and I've had times too, but people in general have a very bad relationship with money. Right? It's like it controls you versus you using it. That's the difference. You can either use money or it can use you. And most people let it use them. Very emotionally tied to it. Right? That's why going back to like when I'm spending money and like doing all this, it's not emotional. spend it. It's a tool. So for those of you that don't know, Lauren did a half marathon this past weekend.
Yeah.
She's very brave to do that. I've never done that. But anyways, that's what we're talking about.
It was awesome. It was for the women's magazine Shape, and it was a women's only run, which was really cool.
Really? I had some,
very positive, very powering.
I had a few guy friends that were, I don't know, were there any guys actually running it?
Yeah.
Oh, he must have been running next to it.
There were some people that were like running next to it, but technically it was a women's race.
Yeah.
So it was
I
all
saw him, I was
women.
like, wait a second, what are you doing? And then I saw him, he was like one on the course, but then he was like next to the course. But anyways.
Yeah. No. It was cool.
I'm
It was.
listening, I'm just.
Yeah. It was really fun. It was a good race.
Yo.
Yeah, what you doing,
How you
buddy?
doing? You got me on the camera
What's
right
up,
here. What are you doing?
Just getting some black chloe burgers, man. Alex didn't eat me up. What you been up to?
Nothing, just gonna get a smoothie.
Yeah?
Yeah, really good. Hello? Anthony Tumgillo from Jakt. We had a 2:30 call scheduled. Awesome. So I believe, actually I'm looking at the contact form. It says through Facebook is how you found us. Nice. Got it. So you kind of want to just, instead of having to, instead of you buying the lead from someone, it's kind of like, why don't you just own that entire funnel, right? Got it. Okay. So out of all those components, so you have like, essentially there's a Facebook ad, there's a, landing page, and then you have this kind of, you have to get a quote and then you have to pay for it. Is any of that built out right now? Or are you looking for someone to kind of help you? Got it. Okay. What do you guys think overall?
I mean, he's super hard to read, but thankfully at the end of the meeting, he summarized his overall thoughts of the experience, and they were very positive. So that was good, because we had, honestly, at that point, I had no idea how he perceived it, but
yeah, he gave good feedback. He was like, he said multiple times he is good and happy.
just good with the findings we found.
Yeah.
That was the more value I think he saw on this. At least that was my takeaway from it. That
at the very end though, when he was he realized that he was like a blank slate, we couldn't tell what was going on. He said I'm happy with the work and
process.
he was like, this process was really helpful and feels like we made good progress.
If we can help structure them to figure out exactly the conflicting sort of unknowns within their team in some way, if we can almost encourage that, whether we have almost an additional homework assignment that doesn't really lead anywhere just yet, but gives them structure. And then it's okay, I don't really, it's how do you maneuver the fact that there are so many unknowns, they can't decide, and how are we?
It almost seems there's way too many unknowns went into it, that a product sprint was too early.
It
or
almost
just not enough, or I don't know.
What we almost
Or
did
it
was
could-
a deep dive for a few days.
Yeah.
And then go into what the rest of the product sprint entails, because day 2 we were already sketching. But day 1 we had enough clarity as we could possibly wrangle out of that conversation, but not enough.
Giving those same signals again, I could say
We'd
this is not
recognize it.
We'd be able to
this is not
recognize
going
the
to work in a
signs.
week. There needs to be something else.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. We have to
figure that out.
we have to create that, whatever that is, which will be fun to figure out. But Yeah, it definitely felt less ready than like the real estate. Figure out how to improve the process. Great.
Okay.
What was this?
Recap.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
And then
You look very intense. What? You look very intense when you came in.
Well, all right, we'll sync up next Wednesday, anyways.
Do you want an introduction?
Yeah.
Do you want to go there now? Yeah.
They're coming back in.
Alright, so here's what's happening. You ready for it? So at around sunset, we're gonna go to Grand Banks, which is that boat on the water in the West Village. And we're gonna watch the sunset with Dom. But then afterwards, my friend Tony from San Francisco is in town, and I might need to go catch up with him like one-on-one, but I don't really know. But yeah, Dom was like, you guys should, I was gonna tell you this anyway, he invited us to go down to, if you've never been, it's beautiful. It's like in Battery Park City, it's this big boat, and it's like an awesome sunset.
A friend of mine works at this real estate development group,
Okay.
and they like really need a new website. So I told her to reach out, and she had someone from her company reach out that they want to chat. So I think it's like pretty
Okay.
casual, but I just wanted to offer like I can easily just like talk to her and see what's up if you don't want to be on it, or if like
That would be great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
For sure. The only questions, see if you can ask them how much money they spend.
Okay.
That was important to know.
Mm-hmm.
And general idea of scope, which in your conversation I'm sure you'll get. But yeah,
Okay.
the biggest question is always just like, how much money they have.
Yeah.
And then yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Thank you.
No problem.
So we already know a lot of this. So we have 4 weeks left, right? So trick here is trying to get, some type of affirmation that we're extending past,
There.
Yeah. But anyway, I think this is just smoothing out.
Yeah.
But actually, the amount that we were like projecting and then the amount they're actually working is like really insanely close on this one.
This is. Oh, that's how it works.
This is average. I just usually cover this and then I show them like flaunting shit. But I'm trying to figure out like, is this too complicated? But not really, right? It's pretty much like sales. How much, when you get $1 of sales, you spend 60 cents in cash, or 80 cents in cash, right? And then, so when you hire a new employee, how much sales do you really need to make up so that you're still only spending 60 cents for every dollar? It's pretty basic, I think.
Yeah, it's just a lot of numbers to get there, but the conclusion is.
Well, I prefer to break it down in
No,
step
I'm saying-
functions rather than put, because some people do it where they put like a bunch of stuff.
You should do this.
I like seeing the progression. I don't like going into the cell and trying to figure out like what actually happened. I would rather see it.
All right.
All right, so this is
not ready yet, but
yeah. So I said end of week, but I will probably finish it tomorrow at some point.
that's what I'm seeing, my friend. That's what this month is.